I, Apo Adman, punong binabaylan of Templong Anituhan ng Luntiang Agama, call upon the higher selves of all who have been chosen and summoned by the ancestors to walk again upon landas ng lahi, the sacred path of our race. We invite every soul who has heard the call to be part of Templong Anituhan, whether dwelling in the Philippines or abroad, whether in the north, east, south, or west. Come forth and join your energies with ours in this holy rite, that together we may weave strength and light for the journey ahead. Tonight, under the veil of the new moon, in its last night of Scorpio, we stand at the threshold of profound transformation. The Scorpio, the sign of death, mystery, and rebirth, call us to release what no longer serves and embrace the hidden power within. This final night in Scorpio marks the closing of old cycles and stirring of new beginnings, a time to shed shadows, heal wounds, and awaken the light of renewal in our souls. In this sacred moment, we gather to honor Diwatang Tuhan as he bids farewell to our circle. We open our hearts to receive his final message, a beacon of wisdom to guide our step. In gratitude, we release him with reverence, knowing his essence shall remain with us like a hidden flame. At this turning of the cycle, we invoke Diwatang Makidepat of the Dumagat Tribe, inviting his presence to bless us with harmony, unity, and guardianship of life and nature. We ask Makidepat to stand as our temple guide and guardian for the entire new cycle of the moon, from this new moon until the next, watching over Templong Anituhan and all who take refuge within its sacred space. And when the next new moon arrive, we shall bid him farewell and humbly return to the councils of the Diwata to ask that another bearer of light be sent to bless and protect our temple and our people. This ritual marks the sacred passage of time and our embrace of the new dawn brought by the Diwata who now comes to walk with us. To begin with, let us pray the Agamic invocation which I wrote in 2004 as an inspiration in establishing the Shrine of Luntiang Agama. Let us pray. Glory and honor to the great power that created us and the whole universe. O great divine spirit, the creator, the protector, and the almighty, plant in us, your children, the seed of love that will bring peace to all mankind. That peace, when it grows, will transcend all understanding, that will guard our hearts and mind in you. Let that understanding grow and burst forth in us with knowledge, the knowledge of truth, reverence, and true humility to all beings, seen and unseen. May you allow that knowledge to bud for us with a flower of wisdom, a wisdom that will guide us in our daily life in this plane of existence, a wisdom that harms none, that bring forth in us a perfect equilibrium and harmony to all beings, so that in the end we may enjoy our life fulfilled and will taste the fruit of the labor of your love in us, which is enlightenment. May the blessings of the great divine spirit always shine on us in love and in light. Magsaya at tumawid, magbunyi at magpuri, kagalakan ay hatid sa pinagpalang bilog ay makakamit. Sumigaw at humiyaw, mahikay ipagdiwang, kahilingan ay makakamtan, sa pinagpalang bilog ay ilaan. Kapangyarihan mong taglay, dulot nito sa iyong buhay, panawagan kong hatid sa iyo ngayon ipababatid. Hear the call to the chosen ones. The sacred instructions for celebration must never be diminished. In the blessed circle, there we shall dwell. Joy and petitions within the circle must be celebrated. Trust and surrender must be offered with reverence, with wholehearted love and unwavering faith. A gift must be offered to all who are present. As we enter the circle, let us always remember the offering of heart, mind, and soul must be given so that the blessings of power may be received. In your celebration, remember this saying: what is sown is what shall be reaped. As we depart, let us honor the sacred instructions. Whatever was seen, heard, and felt within the circle, leave it all behind. Merry meet and merry part. In the blessed circle, we will merry meet again. Let me turn the page. Masayang magtipon-tipon at magdiwang umawit sa kagalakan ang lahat. Papuri at parangal sa diwatang nasa atin. Sa ating pagdiriwang may pag-ibig, pagtitiwala sa bawat isa ang nananaig. Pag-ibig at tiwala ang siyang nagbubuklod sa atin. Sa hanggan ng pagdiriwang tayo ay lilisan. Bit-bit ay kapayapaan sa ating tahanan. Pag-ibig, kapayapaan ay mananatili sa atin. Masayang nagtipon-tipon at nagdiwang umawit sa kagalakan ang lahat. Papuri at parangal sa diwatang nasa atin. Before we proceed into the heart of our ritual, let us purify first ourselves from the negativities and burdens we may have observed in the recent days. Let us pray. O Spirit of Scorpio, keeper of mysteries and guardians of transformation, we call upon your sacred power on this last night of the new moon in your sign. Enter this circle and awaken the depth within us. Help us release what no longer serves, transmute our shadow into light, and guide us through the sacred passage of death and rebirth. May your waters cleanse, your fire renew, and your wisdom empower us to rise whole and strong. So be it. O Diwatang Tuhan, Apo sa langit, Great Spirit who dwell in the highest realm, we call upon you in this sacred moment beneath the transformative veil of Scorpio. Bless this water before us with your light and grace. May it become a vessel of deep healing and rebirth. Wash away our fears, dissolve our burdens, and transmute our shadows into wisdom. Guide us toward peace, clarity, and strength, so that we may walk in harmony with your divine will. So be it. Beloved ones, prepare a glass of clean water and place it before you. This water shall be our vessel of healing, a gift from the heavens, blessed by the Diwatang Tuhan, Apo sa langit, and empowered by Scorpio's energy of transformation. Then sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale the renewal and exhale all the tension. Once again, inhale renewal and exhale all tensions. So let us begin. As you continue to breathe in, feel the rhythm of your breath. With every inhale, draw in the light of rebirth. And with every exhale, release the weight of all patterns. Let your shoulders soften, your heart open, and your mind become still like a deep, tranquil river. The sacred waters of Scorpio flowing within you. Now, bring to mind the fears, doubt, and wounds you have carried, those heavy stones in your soul. See them clearly. And as you breathe out, imagine placing them into the river of transformation, letting Scorpio's current carry them away. Say silently or aloud, I release all that no longer serve me. I let go of fear, doubt, and pain. I embrace renewal. Feel the freedom as this burden dissolves into nothingness, making space for light and strength. Now, turn your attention to the glass of water before you. This water is pure. Yet now we call upon the sacred blessings of Diwatang Tuhan, Apos sa langit, and the healing power of Scorpio. Visualize a radiant light descending from the heavens, mingling with the deep, mysterious energy of Scorpio, filling the water with the divine grace and transformative light, and whisper, O Diwatang Tuhan, Apo sa langit, bless this water with your light and Scorpius power of rebirth. May it cleanse my soul, may heal my heart, and renew my spirit. See the water shimmering with life, glowing with energy of renewal. Now, when you are ready, take the glass in your hand, feel its coldness, its purity. As you drink, imagine this blessed water flowing through you, washing away all shadows, clearing your mind, soothing your heart, and awakening the hidden strength within. Drink slowly with reverence and know that you are reborn. Now, take a deep breath and feel the light within you. You are cleansed. You are whole. You are transformed. Carry this peace forward and let your soul shine with grace of the Diwatang Tuhan, Apo sa Langit, and healing power Scorpio. So be it. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin at sa buong sasikuban. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin at sa buong sasikuban. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin. Bulat at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan ng lumikha sa amin at sa buong sasikuban. Apoy na walang hanggan, liwanag mula sa kaitaasan, pumasok kayo dito ngayon sa dambana mong hirang. Apoy na walang hanggan, ningning mo at kariktan, magningas nawa sa aking buhay, ngayon at magpakailanman. Apoy na walang hanggan, liwanag mula sa kanunuan, mula sa angkan ng mga Paiko at Gomez at sa angkan ng mga Dolar at Common at sa pamagitan ng aking inang Raquel Gomez Common. Patnubay niyo at gabay, biyaya at pagpapala niyo ay aking kailangan magmula ngayon hanggang magpakailanman. Mayari na pag-asatin. Eternal flame, light from the highest realm, enter now into your chosen sanctuary. Your brilliance and beauty we need in our lives, now and forevermore. Eternal flame, light from the ancestors, your guidance and direction, your grace and blessings we humbly seek now and forevermore. O Tuhan, Apo sa langit, great Diwata of the height, receive our offering and prayer. Kindle this lamp as a sign of your everlasting presence, that we may become light in the midst of darkness and strength in times of weakness. To you we entrust our life. You we place our hope now and forevermore. So now we have invoked the light of Tuhan, so it's more appropriate to know who is Tuhan. Now, who is Tuhan? Diwatang Tuhan is a pre-Islamic deity recognized in the Maranao tradition of Mindanao. The name Tuhan itself comes from the Old Austronesian and Malay word for Lord or God, which later influenced the term Tuhan Allah in Malay culture. Before Islam and Christianity arrived in the Philippines, indigenous community revered Tuhan as a supreme spiritual being, a beneficent God who presides over the universe, holds the power of life and death, and judges the soul of the deceased. He was seen as a champion of humanity against chaos and evil forces, embodying divine order and protection. So, what is the cosmic transition of Tuhan and Apo sa Langit in Maranao belief? In pre-Islamic cosmology of the Maranao people, the universe is envisioned as a vast, layered reality composed of seven heaven, seven earthly realms, or called as dunya, and the seven underworld. So let me fix myself, no? So this intricate structure reflects a worldview where the divine beings govern the order of existence, each with distinct roles and authority. At the summit of this spiritual hierarchy stands Tuhan, revered as the Supreme Diwata, the ultimate source of creation and the highest principle of divine power. Tuhan embodies the essence of sovereignty and transcendence, guiding the cosmic order from beyond all realms. Distinct yet profoundly significant is Apo sa Langit, the majestic ruler of the celestial sphere. Apo sa Langit presides over the seven heavens, the seven dunya, and the seven underworld, maintaining balance and harmony within the layered cosmos. While Tuhan represents the supreme origin, Apo sa Langit served as sovereign guardian of the universe structure, a cosmic steward ensuring the flow of life and destiny across all planes. This understanding shapes the purpose of our ritual, to honor Tuhan as the Supreme Diwata and invoke His wisdom while recognizing Apo sa Langit as the divine overseer of the heaven and the earth. In this sacred act, we align ourselves with the ancient rhythm of the cosmos, embracing the continuity of life and the blessings of the Diwata who watch over us. The Maranao people of Mindanao preserve a rich cosmological tradition that blends Islamic indigenous belief with Islamic influences. At its core is a layered universe reflecting the interconnectedness of the divine, human, and the spirit world. The worldview resonates with the Filipino concept of kaitaasan or the upper world, kaibabawan, the middle world, and the kaalaliman or the underworld, expanded into detailed structure of seven heavens, seven earth, dunya, and the seven underworld. Actually, you can see this teaching at anituhan.org under the Diwatahan studies, and you will see the newest blog that I posted explains clearly these seven layers of heaven, seven layers of earth, and 7 layers of the underworld. But here, it tells about the plane of existence of the indigenous Filipino, no, spirituality or cosmology. So there are only three cosmic plane, which is the kaitaasan, the upper world, the realm of the divine, and the celestial being. It is associated with light, purity, and ultimate guidance. In Maranao cosmology, this corresponds to the seven heavens or pitong langit, ascending layers of spiritual perfection and proximity of the supreme being. The next is the kaibabawan or the middle world, which is the earth plane or the pitong dunya, no? The physical and visible world where humans dwell along with nature, spirit, and guardians. This is mirrored in the seventh layer of earth or the pitong dunya, each inhabited by different beings such as human, dwarfs, or karibanga and nymphs beneath lakes and sea. And then last was the kailaliman, no, or the underworld. It is the mysterious, perilous realms beneath the earth, home to spirits and forces of darkness. This aligned with the seven underworld, often seen as domains of trials, punishment, or transformation. So here, let us talk about the seven heavens. Now, what is the seven heavens? According to the Maranao lore, the sky contains of seven layers, each guarded by mythical bird called Garuda. So it is almost similar to Hindu, no? But let us continue to study this. And inhabited by the angelic beings. The seventh heaven is the seat of paradise, where good souls dwell after death. Here stands the tree of life, whose leaves bear the names of all living beings. When a leaf falls, a life ends. Souls are kept in jars, guided by Walo, a monster with 1,000 eyes and 8 heads. So it's almost similar to the Panay cosmology because there is a god of death in Panay spirituality, no, called Sidapa, and he used to watch over a tree on which he writes down on that tree of life was the names of all people that was alive. No? And when the leaf fall, according to this, with the Maranao cosmology, um, um, it means if the leaf fall, life ends. So it means death. No? So let us move on. No? So each heaven represents the higher state of purity and closeness to the divine, echoing Islamic cosmology while retaining indigenous imagery. Actually, no, as we studied here, I am so surprised because there is a eight-head divine creature, which is not a divinity, but it's a primordial being that has an eight head with 1,000 eyes and 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 this creature usually are the guardian of the sacred jar where all the dead souls dwell. No, so in our altar we have made a representation of that. No, of Walo. So let me get it. Let me get Walo. No, because I had a staff and it was broken, and this one is an eight-head god to represent Walo. But this eight-head goddess or god or deity or being, so it's not a deity, but I don't know how we call. But in Lunti ang Agama, in Templong Tuhan, we honor Walo as guardian of the dead soul or of the souls that died, no, and was contained on the jar. So whatever jar it is, no. So we were going to continue, and for me, this is the representation of Walo, the eight-head god or being that usually guard the soul. No? So now, each heaven represents higher state of purity and closeness to the divine, echoing Islamic cosmology while retaining indigenous imagery. So here, we have learned about the seven heavens. Let us talk about the seventh earth or dunya. So the earth is also divided into seven strata, which each with unique inhabitants. The first layer is the human world, the second layer the Karibanga or dwarf with magical power, and the third layer nymphs beneath seas and lakes. Other layers are believed to host various elemental beings in spirit, forming a continuum between the physical and spiritual realms. Actually, you could all find that in anituhan.org, our website, no? All those beings and all those layers. But as I meditate on this, no, parang there is a similar concept of the seven layer of earth into the I think Brazilian or West Brazilian Afro-Caribbean spirituality, which is Kimbanda, that they have this seven Kimbanda kingdom, or the kingdom of the earth, no? With different spirituality teaching. But then we are going to focus first here on the Maranao studies, no? Maranao cosmology. So let us continue about learn about the seven underworld. So though less elaborated in surviving texts, the underworld layers are often described as shadowy domain where spirit dwell. They symbolize trials and purification, similar to the concept of hell in Islamic and indigenous thought. No? This realm contrasts with the heavens, emphasizing the moral and spiritual journey of the soul. So it's so wonderful that we could have access to this wisdom, and as we continue to study about the indigenous spirituality, no, there are so many similarities. And what I remember on the Mamanwa tribe, which is the tribal group, where you can see in Siargao Island and Surigao del Norte. Now they believe also in the seven souls and the seventh layer of heaven and seventh layer of earth and seventh layer of the underworld. No, so it's nice that the Maranao cosmology have enumerated what are those layers. No? So it is now we are going to discuss the integration with Filipino indigenous thought. So the Maranao cosmology harmonizes with the broader Filipino spiritual framework. The kaitaasan parallels the seventh heaven, the ikababawan correspond to the seventh earth, and kailaliman reflects the seventh underworld. This structure illustrates a dynamic universe where life, death, and afterlife are interconnected, and where divine order governs all planes of existence. So what is the significance of this? For the Maranao and other indigenous Filipino, these realms are not mere abstractions. They guide rituals, moral conduct, and understanding of faith. The layered cosmos teaches balance between light and darkness, body and spirit, earth and sky. The Maranao worldview before Islam envisioned the universe as layered into the seven realms of heaven, seven layers of earth, and the seven layers of the underworld. Each layer was inhabited by distinct beings, celestial spirit and angels in the heaven, human and nature spirit on earth, and the mysterious or perilous entities in the underworld. This structure reflected a cosmic order where life was interconnected with spiritual forces and balance between realms was essential for harmony. So, what is the impact of this on pre-Islamic Maranao life? Number one, moral and spiritual guidance. The layered cosmos shaped ethical behavior. People believe actions on earth affected their soul's journey through these realms. Good deeds aligned one with higher heavens, while wrongdoing risked descent to the underworld. Actually, it is the same with the modern religion. The belief of heaven and hell molded the behavior and attitude or the character of an individual. So it's not only on the modern religion, but ancient spiritual belief system also molded or developed or mold our behavior. No? It shaped ethical behavior. Number two, it has an impact on rituals and offering. So rituals honor spirit and deities in different layers, such as the Diwata Salupa and Tonongs or guardian spirit, to ensure protection, fertility, and prosperity. Lanao, mountains and forests were sacred spaces linked to these cosmological layers. So this is the misunderstanding also of Abrahamic religion toward the indigenous spiritual belief system, that they think that we are worshiping the devil because we are giving an offering or pray, we say our prayer offering to the dead or to the underworld, no? But for me, parang it is like making connection with those unseen being so that they will not bother us or hinder us from our work. And we give them offering to befriend them, to be to be one with them, and walk with them. It's not that you are walking with them, being good to them, you are also bad. Because even though we work with the deity, we are not powerful like a deity. We still remain human. Even though you believe in Christ, you believe in God, you worship, you still don't have power on earth. It means our worship, our connection with the deity or offering with this spirit, it makes us just a human. That is the wonderful gift that we receive from the universe. That we keep reminding ourselves that we are human and we don't want that our life here on earth be disturbed with unknown forces. So if you give offering to the unseen, at least the unseen will have seen us, so they will help us to have an experience on living. And that experience might either good or bad, depending on our action. No? So in Maranao, pre-Islamic Maranao life, they have an epic called Darangin. No? So heroic epic in societal identity. The Darangin epic embedded this cosmology in stories of Raha Bantungan and other heroes, reinforcing ideals of courage, honor, and divine favor. These myths were not entertainment, they were social codes and spiritual map. So, um, they are epic stories, no? So most likely, the folk tales or the legends that been told to us by our ancestors, it's not only for entertainment, but it was uh, uh, told to us so that we may learn. We may learn. It is a source of knowledge, though it is very rare right now if an elder will tell a story. Nowadays, it's just a gossip, you know. Pero sometimes there are still, especially on provinces, on the indigenous culture, within the indigenous people, no, most of their story pertains to how they lived in the past and how they survived and how they solved their own problems. They are sharing that technique so that we may learn how to live our life today. So the relevance of today of these lessons of the seven heaven, seven earth, dunya, and the seven underworld is this. The belief in layered world in nature spirit foster a sense of responsibility towards the environment. Modern sustainability movement echo this indigenous principle, harming nature disrupt cosmic balance. The other relevance of this idea is the idea of interconnected drums resonates with holistic healing, acknowledging that physical, emotional, and spiritual health are linked. This is highly relevant in today's wellness practices. Next is preserving cosmological narrative strengthens Maranao identity amidst globalization. It offers framework for cultural pride and interfaith dialogue, showing how indigenous Islamic tradition coexist. Indeed, no, parang I really admire the Maranao because they have some of the Maranao are here in Quiapo, Manila, and they are businessmen. And most likely they are also a Muslim, a believer of Islam. But behind their Islamic faith, there's still we can see a trace of indigenous spirituality of the spirituality belief, no? Of Tuhan and Apo sa Langit by following the belief system of the ancestors prior becoming a Muslim. So, preserving cosmological narrative strengthens Maranao identity amid globalization. It offers framework for cultural pride and interfaith dialogue, showing how indigenous and Islamic conditions coexist. The seven layers can inspire rituals for renewal, meditation, and community healing, symbolizing ascent toward clarity and descent for introspection. So now, how can this become a guide for us? So we can see the daily spiritual lesson from Tuhan, sa Langit, Diwata of the Maranao Tribe, and Apo sa Langit, based on their roles in Maranao cosmology and our practice here in Temple of Tuhan. So the lesson here is live in harmony with the cosmic order. So Tuhan and Apo sa Langit are seen as guardians of balance. They govern the seven heavens, earth, and underworld to maintain universal harmony. So each day, let us begin by asking, am I living in a balance with nature, my community, and myself? Are you balanced right now? Look at yourself. On which aspect of your life you are consuming all your energies? Are you always on your phone, on your computer? Do you have time to talk with your partner, with your family members? Do you enjoy yourself? Do you still have life of your own to enjoy? Are you in balance? So offer gratitude for the elements, light, water, fire, wind, and earth, and align your actions with harmony rather than conflict. To live in harmony with the cosmic order, as taught by Tuhan and Apo sa Langit in Maranao cosmology, you can follow this guiding principle. Number one, align with the element. The cosmic order is expressed through the balance of light, water, fire, and wind, and earth. This element represents divine presence in harmony. Oh, I just read it twice, no? So, in Hilot Binabaylan ritual, use elemental offering to restore balance in yourself and your environment, Diwatang Tuhan of the Maranao Tribe. Number two, it talk about respecting the intermediaries. Tuhan and Apo sa Langit govern the Diwata, nature spirit, and Tonong, ancestral guardians. Harmony means honoring this relationship. So practice, offer prayer or simple acts of respect to nature and ancestors daily. Before major decision, pause and seek guidance through meditation, ancestral invocation, or ritual to Diwatang Tuhan of the Maranao tribe. No? So later, we are going to identify who are our intermediaries. But number three, no, it says follow cycles and timing. Maranao cosmology teaches seven heaven and seven earth and seven underworld, reflecting cycles of growth and transformation. So as a practice, observe lunar phases. Like now, it is new moon and seasonal changes as spiritual marker. Schedule ritual or meditation during new moon, full moon, or sunrise to align with cosmic rhythm and Diwatang Tuhan of the Maranao tribe. Number four, maintain reciprocity. Harmony is sustained through giving and receiving. Offering, chants, and gratitude were central in pre-Islamic worship. So each day, with gratitude for blessings received, give back to nature, either to plant a tree, care for water resources, pick up the garbage on the street, and to community act of kindness, or even having a session of feeding the poor and the homeless. No? So, lastly, seek inner balance. Cosmic order begins within. Tuhan is the source of wisdom and clarity. Apo sa langit symbolize peace and guidance. Begin with morning with an invocation. Apo sa langit, grant me light and harmony today. Use breathing exercises and short prayers centered to yourself before engaging with others. So again, now we are going to honor the intermediaries. No? Both figures work through the Diwata and Tonang, ancestral guidance, showing that the divine will flow through relationship. So as a lesson here, respect the people and spirit who act as bridges in our life. So it means respect the person, people. It means living person. Maybe your neighbor, your auntie, your daddy, your mommy, your brother and sister, etc., etc. And also the spirit that dwells within them, and of course with your neighbor and in your community. Now, So before major decision, pause and seek guidance from ancestor or trusted advisor, acknowledging that wisdom often comes through intermediaries. Now we ask, in Maranao, cosmology and temperament practice, intermediaries are beings or forces through which Tuhan and Apo sa Langit express their will and maintain cosmic harmonies. Honoring them means recognizing their role and maintaining respectful, reciprocal relationship. So the intermediaries are one, the Diwata or nature spirits, spirit of river, mountain, forest, and elemental forces, fire, wind, water, earth. They embody Tuhan presence in nature and ensure balance in the environment. Two is Tonong. Tonong is are the ancestral guardian spirit. Spirit of the ancestor who protect family, warrior, and communities. They act as guides and defenders, carrying out Tuhan will in human affairs. Then and then sacred places and symbols. So this we are talking about the intermediaries, no? So it talks about sacred places and symbols like Lake Lanao and Mount Gurain, a symbol like Sarimanok are considered abodes or messengers of the divine energy. Honoring this is part of honoring intermediaries. We have still many lessons to learn from Diwatang Tuhan and Apo sa Langit. So here, we ask Diwata sa Langit and Tuhan what relationship we should honor. Number one is a relationship with nature. Treat rivers, forests, and mountains as sacred. Avoid harm and offer gratitude through simple acts. Planting trees, keeping water clean, keep your community clean by picking up the garbage or just simply RRR, reduce, reuse, and recycle, something like that. No? Another are relationship with ancestors. Remember and invoke them in prayers. Rituals and daily gratitude maintain family harmony as a spiritual duty. So in terms of honoring our ancestor and relationship, it's not only the dead ancestors that we have to honor. No? We can honor our dead ancestors by being kind also to our living relatives, your brother, sister, nephew, niece, your auntie, uncle, cousins, etc., etc. No? They are still part of our ancestors. And because of our ancestors, they were there. If we want to show our love to the dead, so give it to the living, especially those who are in need. No? Especially to those who are in need. Number three, what relationship should we honor is the relationship with community. Respect elders, mentors, and those who act as pages of wisdom because divine guidance often flows through human relationship. Indeed, sometimes God uses our neighbor to help us in times of need. So we have to honor them also and be kind with them. Last is relationship with cosmic cycle. Align your life with lunar phases, seasonal changes, and elemental balance as this cycle reflects Tuhan's order. So how to honor them daily? Number one, morning invocation. Offer a short prayer acknowledging Tuhan, Diwatas, and Tonang. Elemental offering, a simple gesture like pouring water on the earth or lighting a candle can honor the nature spirit. Ancestral remembrance, speak their names, or dedicate a movement of silence before meals or rituals, an act of reciprocity, give back to nature and community, plant a tree, share food, or help someone in need. So as a hilot, that's why na parang I always hear, because I am unemployed and I am a full-time chief priest or binabaylan here at Tampang Tuhan. I have no regular job except for this. And the only thing that I earn income is through teaching. No? So when I teach in the US or if you invite me in your country, there I will ask you to pay me some amount of money. No? Because here I'm not charging. So my service here in Luntiang Gama in Templong Matuhan is for free. So that is a part of giving back to the people, my service to them of what I am teaching to you, to everyone. This is the reason why it's free. But of course, if there are Filipino who is watching this video, no, you can always give a donation. No? You can always ask for my service and pay me on a donation basis. But of course, be mindful. No, we also have needs such as the light, the internet, and everything, and the food, the daily food that we need to eat. No? So there is a temple maintenance or temple expenses that includes our living right now. But then let us continue. So elemental offering, a simple gesture like pouring water on the earth or lighting a candle can honor the spirit, the nature spirit. Ancestor remembrance, speak their names or dedicate a moment silence before meals or ritual. Act of reciprocity, give back to nature and community. Plant a tree, share food, or help someone in need. Well, you still have. Then it teaches us to seek light and clarity. Tuhan is associated with light and creation, while Apo sa Langit is invoked for guidance and peace. When confusion arises, turn inward and upward. Ask for clarity rather than rushing into action. Practice, begin your day with a short invocation like, Apo sa Langit, grant me light to see the right path. Now, how to seek light and clarity to Tuhan? It begins with an invocation. It always begins with an invocation, like in communication. No? So we always ask through prayer or invocation. So Tuhan is associated with light, creation, and cosmic order. So start your day by calling upon His presence. Apo sa langit, Tuhan, source of light and wisdom, guide my thoughts and action today. Let clarity shine upon my path. Number two, you may always face the east, direction of light. In pre-Islamic Maranao ritual, the east symbolized sunrise and divine illumination. And it is still true today that east symbolizes, oh, the east is where the sun rises. And when the sun rises, there is an illumination of the divine. So stand facing east during sunrise, raise your hand towards the sky, and then touch the earth to honor both realms of the heaven and the earth. And then use elemental offering. Light and clarity are linked to elemental harmony, especially fire and air. So light a candle or oil lamp as a symbol of divine light. Burn incense or herbs, palina, to clear mental and spiritual fog. You can chant or meditate. No? Chants were central in Maranao spirituality. You can adapt this practice. Repeat a mantra, liwanag ng Tuhan, sumilay sa aking diwa. Liwanag ng Tuhan, sumilay sa aking diwa. Liwanag ng Tuhan, sumilay sa aking diwa. Or in English, light of Tuhan, shine upon my spirit. Light of Tuhan, shine upon my spirit. Light of Tuhan, shine upon my spirit. So, combined with the slow breathing to calm mind and invite clarity. Number 5, align with cosmic cycle. Clarity often comes when we move with natural rhythm. So as a practice, schedule reflection or prayer during sunrise, new moon, or full moon. Traditional link with renewal and insight. Number 6, embrace for guidance through intermediaries. Tuhan's will flow through Diwata, nature spirit, and Tonong. No? So always include them in our prayer. Like, Diwata ng hangin, Tonong ng karunungan, dalhin ang liwanag ng Tuhan sa aking isipan. And then here, why it is relevant to study this is to embrace elemental and spiritual cycle. Their cosmology reflects 7 heavens and 7 earth, symbolizing layers of growth and transformation. Lesson, accept that life moves in cycle, times of ascent and descent, light and shadow. Practice use lunar phases or seasonal markers as reminder to reflect, release, and renew. No, I think we have discussed about how to embrace elemental and spiritual cycle. So, to embrace elemental and spiritual cycle, you need to understand what these cycles are and how they influence harmony in Maranao cosmology and Templong Anituhan. No? So what are the elemental cycles? Elemental cycles refers to the balance and interaction of the five sacred elements. Light, being represents divine wisdom and clarity. Water symbolizes emotion, intuition, and purification. Fire stands for transformation, energy, and vitality. Wind governs breath, communication, and movement. And earth embodies stability, grounding, and fertility. These elements are invoked in rituals to restore harmony when imbalance occurs in health, relationship, or the environment. So, what are the spiritual cycles? Maranao cosmology teaches seven heaven, seven earth, and seven underworld. Actually, we are always constantly repeating this so that it will be embedded in our mind and in our heart. No? So, which represents layer of existence and transformation. Seven heaven means ascending realms of light and divine wisdom, culminating in Tuhan'S throne. The seven earth or dunya are layers of physical and mystical reality from human life to ancestral and elemental realms. The seven underworld realms of trials and shadow forces teaching resilience and spiritual strength. So this cycle reflects cosmic rhythms. Growth, descent, renewal are the mirrored in lunar phases, seasonal changes, and life transition. So how to embrace the cycles daily? Number one, observe natural rhythms. Align your rituals and meditation with sunrise, sunset, new moon, and full moon, as this marks spiritual opening for clarity and renewal. Honor the elements. Begin by day by acknowledging each element. Deep breath, air, drink water, mindfully, light a candle, touch the earth, and honor the sun's light. No? Use elemental offering in ritual for balance. Number three, practice reciprocity. Give back to nature and community. Plant trees, keep water clean, share food, because harmony flows through giving and receiving. So guys, the universe already told us, and Diwatang Tuhan already told us to practice reciprocity. So if you feel that you are blessed with this video, you know what to do now. Give offering, send donations to buy me a coffee. But anyway, give back to nature and community, plant trees, keep water clean, share food because harmony flows through giving and receiving. Number four, integrate cycle into rituals. Create monthly rite. No, probably we already have done that to honor the new Diwata. No, so this is a part of integrate cycles into ritual. Create monthly rite aligned with lunar phases. Use seasonal marker for cleansing, healing, and Thanksgiving ceremonies. Number five, inner reflection. Accept that life in cycles, times of ascent and descent, light and shadow. Use this reminder to reflect, release, and renew. The worship of Tuhan in Aposalangit traditionally involved offerings and chants, emphasizing reciprocity with the divine. So if you want to worship Tuhan to bring you blessings, no, give offering and do chanting as well. No? Every blessing calls for acknowledgement. Every gift invites a return of kindness. Practice and your day by naming three blessings and offering a simple act of gratitude, whether prayer, a kind word, or care for nature. So, how to practice gratitude and reciprocity? It says to practice gratitude and reciprocity in alignment with Tuhan and Apostolic teaching is one, to begin and end the day with gratitude. So, thank you and thank you and thank you. That's why the Muslim will always says, Assalamu alaikum, or peace be with you. By telling peace be with you, you are expressing the content of your heart in gratitude, of thankfulness, that there is peace within your heart, there is peace within your mind, that you are at peace. No? So morning practice offer a short prayer acknowledging Tuhan as a source of light and life. Apo sa langit, salamat sa liwanag at hininga ngayong araw. Even that breath, no? We should thank for that breath that we breathe every day when we wake up. Two, offer something back. Reciprocity means returning what you receive. In Maranao and indigenous Filipino tradition, it is done through offering an act of kindness. And that is the reason why sometimes I don't accept money, or because sometimes they could offer themselves, their body, or their work, their skills and talent. For example, they could clean up my backyard, or they could construct something here on the altar when there is broken. That is a form of payment as well to the people that has no money to pay us. Or we can share food with family or neighbors as gesture of community harmony. Number three, honor nature and ancestor. Keep rivers, forests, and sacred spaces clean. So how many times that during the ritual, it always reminds us to be a steward of earth, to be a steward of Gaia, to clean, to plant trees, to clean the surrounding, to clean the river, etc., etc. Speak the names of your ancestors in prayer, or dedicate a moment of silence before meals. This maintains spiritual connection and respect the intermediaries of Tuhan's will. Practice reciprocity in daily action. Plant a tree or integrate gratitude and rituals. And remember the sacred mystery. Apo sa Langit is described as a timeless elder. Wallow guards souls in the afterlife, reminding us that life is a part of greater mystery. Now, what is the sacred mystery to remember and how? The sacred mystery to remember in Maranao cosmology and in Templang Tuhan is the truth that life, death, and existence are part of the greater cosmic order beyond human understanding. This mystery is embodied in Tuhan, Apo sa Langit, and reflected in the layered realms of creation. Excuse me po. Sorry for that. No? So, this mystery embodied in Tuhan and reflected in the layered realms of creation. So, what is this? One, life is cyclical and interconnected. Everything moves through cycle, birth, growth, death, and renewal, mirroring the seven heavens, seven earth, and the seven underworld. Accept that change and transformation are sacred, not chaotic. Number two, death is a passage, not an end. Upon death, the seven souls merge into one and ascend to the seventh heaven, guarded by Walo under Tuhan's watch. This is a return to the divine source. Hold reverence for transition. They are gateway to higher harmony. Number three, divine is mysterious and timeless. Apo sa Langit is depicted as an eternal elder, beyond aging, beyond time, reminding us that ultimate wisdom cannot be fully grasped. Practice humility before the unknown. Not all answer will come today. That is sacred. So how to remember and honor it daily? Morning affirmation, such as I walk in trust under the sky of Apo sa Langit. I honor the mystery that guides all life. Symbolic gesture, raise your hand to the sky and touch the earth. Acknowledge both realms and your place in the second. Elemental offering, light candle, pour water as a sign of gratitude for the unseen order. Reflect on cycle. During sunrise or lunar phases, pause and ask, what part of the cycle am I? In growth, descent, or renewal? Now, are you ready to hear the final message of Diwatang sa Langit and Tuhan? And listen as we offer the incense to them. luwalhati at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan na lumikha sa atin at sa buong sansinukuban. Luwalhati at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan na lumikha sa atin at sa buong sansinukuban. Luwalhati at parangal sa dakilang kapangyarihan na lumikha sa atin at sa buong sansinukuban. So now, here is the message of Diwatang Tuhan for us, as his farewell message to us. Listen. Children of the earth, hear me now as the moon renews its face. I have walked with you through the tides of time, guarding your step beneath the sky of promise. My breath has stirred the winds of wisdom. My light has guided your heart towards peace. But the cycle turns, so must I. Do not grieve, for my essence linger in every dawn, in every prayer that rises like mist to heavens. Hold fast to the truth I have sown, that harmony is your strength, that love is your eternal law. Tonight, I entrust you to the care of Makidepat, the guardian of rivers and forests, keeper of balance in life. Welcome him with reverence, for through his hand the earth shall heal and your spirit shall flourish. When the moon is born anew, call upon the council of the Diwata, and they shall send another bearer of light to walk beside you. Until then, let my blessings be your shield, my memory your guide. Farewell, beloved ones, until the stars speak my name again. Thank you, Diwatang Tuhan, Apo sa Langit, for the time that you have spent with the temple in guiding us and guarding us away from harm and giving us blessings and transforming our lives. Thank you. O Diwatang Tuhan, Supreme Spirit and Guardian of the Heights, tonight we lift our hearts in gratitude for your light that has guided us, for your wisdom that has shaped our path, and for your love that has sheltered our souls. As the moon renews its face, we honor your presence and bid you farewell, not in sorrow, but in reverence, knowing your essence shall remain in every dawn and every prayer that rises to the heavens. May your blessings be our guide, be our shield, and your memory guide and your memory our guide until the stars speak your name again. So it is. Sacred Council of the Diwata, hear our call as we release Tuhan with honor. We humbly ask that you send us Diwatang Makidepat of the Dumagat Tribe, guardian of river, forest, and life. May Makidepat be known to us, to walk among us as a temple guide and protector throughout this new cycle of the moon. From this new moon until the next, let his presence bless and safeguard Templang Alituan and all who seek refuge within this sacred space. And when the time of renewal comes again, we shall return to you with reverence and to bid farewell and to ask for another bearer of light to guide and guard us. So mote it be. O great divine spirit, source of light and life, we give thanks for this sacred gathering and for the presence of the Diwata who walk with us. May the wisdom of Tuhan remain in our hearts, and may the guardianship of Mikadepat shield us through this new cycle of the moon. Bless Tamplong Anatuan and to all who seek refuge within its embrace. Let peace dwell in our homes, harmony in our community, and love in all our action. So mote it be. Beloved ones, as we depart from this circle, let us carry the light we have received into the world, leave behind all burdens, and walk forth renewed in spirit. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again in the blessed circle of life. And it is so, mayari na, pagkasatin. Paalam.